Oke, Vicky.
Good morning everyone. Selamat datang di EF Talk kali ini yang bertema Let's Fix Our Grammar Advanced Edition. Ketemu lagi sama aku, Vicky, dan senang sekali sama semua yang udah hadir di sini dan terima kasih yang udah menunggu di Zoom dan juga yang udah join di YouTube Live kita. Oke, semuanya teman-teman di sini yang baru aja bergabung sama EF Talk kita pada Sabtu pagi hari ini, yang sebelumnya udah pernah tapi belum pernah join nih, dan udah kelewatan sama sesi belajar kita yang sebelumnya, yaitu Beginner dan Intermediate Edition, nggak perlu khawatir karena udah ada di YouTube. Jadi kalian teman-teman bisa semua langsung visit ke YouTube kita, ada di @IF Surabaya, dan di situ banyak banget materi-materi belajar lainnya, dan juga yang seminar kemarin, yaitu grammar di tingkat Beginner dan Intermediate. Oke semuanya, spesial buat kalian yang hadir dan ikut acara live hari ini. Kalian juga bisa langsung berinteraksi nih sama pembicara kami. Siapa dia? Dia adalah Mr. Ashley dan bisa langsung menanyakan seputar topik yang mau dibahas. Jadi pastikan untuk kalian itu mengikuti acara hari ini sampai selesai. Karena kenapa? Karena nanti di akhir acara akan kita bagikan materinya. Jadi kalian nggak perlu screenshot nih di setiap kita memberikan materinya. Nanti kita akan kirimkan langsung ke kalian dan juga pastikan kalian berada sampai di akhir penghujung acara karena kita akan membagikan e-certificate yang bisa kalian pakai untuk di mana aja juga. Nah, sebelumnya nih Vicky mau tahu dulu, mau cek untuk kemampuan bahasa Inggrisnya teman-teman di sini. Siapa di sini yang udah pernah ikut kayak placement test atau international test semacam IELTS atau TOEFL, atau mungkin bahasa Inggrisnya yang belum bisa sama sekali, coba ketik di chat box. Untuk tes juga, kalian semua denger nggak sama suaranya Vicky? Yang udah pernah coba tes kemampuan bahasa Inggris, please ketik di chat box. Kak, aku belum pernah tes bahasa Inggris sama sekali nih. Atau Kak, TOEFL aku 400 atau 350, please ketik di chat box dong sekarang. Vicky pengen tahu, pengen lihat siapa aja. Coba, ada yang coba ketik. Kayak di sini yang hadir udah banyak banget, ada 129. Can I hear from you guys? Tadi juga teman-teman udah nyapa, Winston udah say good morning, and Adelia udah say belum pernah. Oke, hai Kema. Oke, so Silva saying that TOEFL belum ada. Oke, TOEFL prediction 513 kalau nggak salah. Nice everyone. Jadi untuk diketahui juga bahwa ini adalah Grammar Intermediate Edition. Jadi kita berharap teman-teman udah ngerti sedikit-sedikit nih soal grammar, karena nanti kita akan bahas yang paling susah, yang nanti mungkin paling sering salah. Jadi akan kita kupas lebih lanjut pelan-pelan, dan mungkin nanti teman-teman juga akan Vicky bantu sama sedikit summary dan translate-nya dari Mr. Ashley untuk yang belum benar-benar ngerti. Oke, belum pernah Kak. Hai Fiba, hai Setio. Oke, banyak yang bilang belum pernah. Nah, untuk kalian yang hadir di sini dan belum pernah nih sama sekali untuk tes kemampuan bahasa Inggris, dan sebenarnya kalian tuh pengen tahu gimana sih kemampuan bahasa Inggris aku, atau seberapa dalam sih aku bisa bahasa Inggris, itu kita bisa sediain tes kemampuan bahasa Inggris dari IF, khusus untuk teman-teman yang hadir di sini pada hari ini. Nah, jadi tes kemampuan bahasa Inggris nanti kalian akan konsultasi sama teacher, contohnya kayak Mr. Ashley juga. Jadi kalian bisa tahu nih sebenarnya kalian itu udah jago banget atau masih intermediate atau kayak masih beginner kayak gitu. Dan ini nanti bisa ngecek juga grammarnya kalian seberapa, kemampuan listening, kemampuan speaking, dan kemampuan readingnya. Dan untuk bisa klaim itu gampang banget. Kalian teman-teman bisa ketik semua langsung di HP. Nomor HP-nya IF, yaitu 08222000, gampang banget kan, 08222000, langsung di-save, langsung kirim WA, Vicky tunggu sekarang, nama sama usia, untuk yang belum pernah tes kemampuan bahasa Inggris. Kalau tadi kayak Kakak Linda Dwi, sama ada juga yang siapa yang belum pernah, Kakak Sheryl, nah itu bisa coba. Ini berapa harganya? Mahal kayaknya. Harganya dari kita itu 200.000, tapi untuk peserta yang ada di sini semuanya gratis. Jadi jangan lupa diklaim sekarang ya. Oke, teman-teman? Oke, untuk sebelum kita mulai nih, biar nggak lama-lama, Vicky mau jelasin dulu sedikit peraturannya. Ada berapa peraturan selama IF Talk? Yang pertama adalah mikrofon kalian akan kami mute, kecuali nanti akan ada interaksi langsung dengan pembicara. Dan kalau seandainya kalian mau ada pertanyaan nih di tengah-tengah atau ada yang nggak ngerti, boleh banget ketik di kolom chat box. Nanti akan kita bahas di akhir pembahasan. Dan yang nggak ketinggalan, jangan lupa untuk stay sampai akhir acara karena e-certificate-nya itu kalian harus banget punya. Oke teman-teman semua? Nah sekarang tanpa berlama-lama lagi, langsung aja kita sapa pembicara kita hari ini, Mr. Ashley. Hi Mr. Ashley.
Okay, hi Miss Vicky. Hello everyone. Thank you for joining us today. So yeah, as Miss Vicky said, this is our third part in our grammar series. So we looked at beginner before, intermediate, and today is advanced. So some of the grammar here is quite tricky, but that's okay. We're going to try together. If you haven't tried the other ones for beginner and intermediate, you can find that on our Linktree page, which we'll post in the chat box in a minute. So be sure to go there if you want to catch up on the previous episode as well.
Okay, jadi so Mr. Ashley, after we learn about the beginner and intermediate from previous EF talks, what are we going to learn about today?
Okay, so today, like I said, we're looking at advanced grammar. So just check, you can see my PowerPoint on the screen, guys, yeah?
Can you see, guys? Thumbs up if
Thumbs
you can
up
see.
if you can see my screen, the PowerPoint on the screen.
Coba ketik bisa kalau kalian bisa lihat PowerPoint-nya Mr. Ashley di screen. Can you see Mr. Ashley's PowerPoint?
Yeah. Can you see? Ah, bisa. Okay, yes.
Bisa.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Very nice.
Do you want to check before we start speaking and you might not see it, right? Okay. So today we're looking at 3 different topics. We'll look at the passive voice, past perfect, and third conditional. Now, again, these are 3 more advanced types of grammar. So we're going to look at these together. So first, Vicky, passive.
Passive.
Yes.
What?
So the World Cup was won by France. That's an example of passive sentence.
Okay.
So,
passive sentence.
Why do we use the passive? So we often use the passive voice when in the sentence we don't say or we don't know or it's not important who does the action, Vicky.
Oh, jadi yang objek, yang penting adalah objeknya ya, bukan subjeknya. So the important part is the object, not the subject.
That's right.
Okay.
So we're focusing on the object of the sentence and changing that to the front. So let's look at this example here.
Okay.
We've got a picture of Big Ben. Of course, I'm from the UK, so I know Big Ben. So in this sentence, Big Ben was built in 1859.
Ah, okay.
So we're focused on Big Ben at the start of the sentence. But in this sentence, we don't care who built it. Yeah. We're not focused on who built it. We're just focused on the object itself, Big Ben.
Okay.
Now, if this was active, we might say some people built Big Ben in 1859. But we're not focused on those people. We're just focused on Big Ben.
Okay. Easy ya, guys. Okay, Mr. Ashley. I think we should move on.
No problem. Another example here. My phone has been stolen. Okay. So this one. Do we know who stole the phone?
No.
Normally we don't know, right?
Yeah.
If we did, we'd maybe go find them or tell the police. But here, yeah, my phone has been stolen. So we don't know who stole the phone. We're focused on the object, the phone. Now, if we want to talk about the subject or the person that did the action, we can use by. So here, do you know who this is, Vicky?
Someone. Who's that? I don't know.
This is Frodo.
Oh, Frodo.
Do you know Frodo?
Oh, I know Frodo.
So we've got Frodo here. And Frodo was in The Lord of the Rings. I don't know if many of you have watched The Lord of the Rings.
I watched.
You've watched it?
I watched.
Okay. So here, The Lord of the Rings was directed by Peter Jackson.
Oh, okay. So the main focus is the Lord of the Ring movie.
That's right.
Not the Peter Jackson.
Not Peter Jackson, no. But if we want to know who did it, who did the action, who directed, we can use by.
Okay.
Or another example, the light bulb was invented by Thomas Edison. So we're focused again on the light bulb, but we can use by to add the subject.
Okay, so the passive is like kebalikan dari aktif. Kata aktif itu ya kata yang umumnya yang diawali oleh subjek, saya sedang makan. Tapi kalau seandainya pasif itu seperti makanan sedang dimakan oleh saya. Kayak gitu, itu adalah pasif di bahasa Indonesia. Nah, ini di bahasa Inggris, Mr. Ashley akan kasih tahu apa formulanya. Let's go.
Yeah, so if we change this one to active, it would say Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. So subject, verb, object. The passive, we put the object at the front. So let's look at how we can do this. So the passive is object plus be plus verb 3.
Okay.
Okay, and you guys will get a chance to practice in a minute. Okay.
Yay.
So here we've got a present simple sentence. The dog chases the cat. So to make it passive, we have to put the object at the front. So what's the object there? The green one, Vicky?
The cat.
The cat.
Yeah.
And then present tense to be. So the cat is, and then
verb 3 of
chase.
Chase.
There we go. So we've got the object, the green one at the front. The cat is chased by the dog.
Let's see.
Okay. So guys, for the next one, or all of these, you can try guessing in the chat box, yeah? So we've got present continuous. All right, Linda is playing the piano. Okay, guys, so try making that passive.
Can you guys?
So put the object, the green word, in the front. And then we go is with be, now verb 3, okay? So try, you can try putting it in the chat box.
Imanda Dwipe say, the piano is being played by Linda.
Let's have a look. Yeah, good job. The piano is being played by Linda.
Good
Very
job,
nice.
everyone.
Yeah, well done, guys.
I'm proud of you.
Awesome. Okay, let's try now with past tense. So Tom bought a pencil.
Tom bought a pencil.
So with our past tense, we need to use was or were.
Okay.
So we put our object. What's the object for this sentence, Vicky?
A pencil.
Pencil. Oh, okay. We've got some answers here. A pencil was bought by Tom.
A pencil was bought. Wow, nice.
Very good. Awesome, guys.
Awesome,
doing great
guys.
so far.
I don't think we need the seminar.
Yeah, maybe you can teach us instead.
Yeah.
But yeah, great. You are doing fantastic so far.
Yeah, fantastic so far.
So past continuous here. A movie. What do you think, guys? A movie. Oh, with past continuous, use was or were. So,
okay, what's the answer for the past continuous? A movie.
All right, guys. So a movie was being watched by the family. All right.
Very nice.
Very nice. Okay. So, can you still see my screen, guys?
Can you still see our screen?
All right, guys, just waiting for a technical problem set.
Okay. So, jadi teman-teman untuk yang belum begitu paham maksudnya apa, seperti yang tadi udah Vicky bilang, Mr. Ashley udah kasih rumusnya nih di sini. Jadi ada objek, ada be, ada verb 3. Tapi Miss Vicky kok be-nya ganti-ganti ya? Iya, be-nya itu ganti-ganti sesuai sama grammar pada awalnya. Jadi kalau aktifnya nih dia itu present simple, nanti tinggal diganti jadi pakai is, karena sebelumnya ketika aktif kan dia tulisannya chases. Nah, kalau seandainya pasif, maka menjadi is chased. Nah, kenapa chased? Karena rumusnya verb 3. Kayak gitu. Okay.
Okay, guys, while we're getting me back online, next we'll look at present perfect, okay? So maybe we can just say this, and you can see if you can change it, all right? So present perfect, let's say Lucy. Oh, can you type it in the chat box, Miss Vicky?
Okay, wait, I have technical problems too.
Oh, you have technical. Okay, no problem.
Is everyone like kicked out?
Oh, okay. We're having some issues with our Zoom. All right, guys.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, guys. So while we're waiting for this, let's try with some other examples, yeah? So if we said, Lucy has made a cake. So we've got a present perfect. Lucy has made a cake.
Okay. So Lucy
if our subject is Lucy, has made, our object cake.
Yeah.
We need to put the object to the front.
Yeah, so I know the cake is in the front, of course.
And cake, then yeah. A cake has, and then with be, what comes after has with be?
Lucy had. No.
A cake has.
Oh, has.
Yeah,
has.
That's right.
Has.
A cake has.
Because a cake is only one.
That's right.
A cake has been made by Lucy.
Lucy. Yes, I can try this a second. There we go. All right, guys. let's go back to basics. Let's use our whiteboard for now, yeah? Okay. All right, guys. So we've got our present perfect there. So Lucy has made a cake, like that. Present perfect, yeah? So we've got our subject, our verb, and our object. Now, when we go to passive, we put the object in front. So, a cake. And then we need our be, so object here, our be. Now, because it's present perfect, passive, a cake has, and our be here would be has been, then our verb 3. So our verb here is made, which is already verb 3, right? A cake has been made by Lucy, if we were using the subject. Okay. So 1 second, guys. Let me try and get back online. Da, da, da. Hopefully you guys are still there with us. Or maybe in the chat box. Can you let us know if you've studied it before, passive voice?
Udah ada yang pernah belajar gak nih passive voice di sekolah atau di kuliah? Atau sebelumnya udah pernah nih kursus di IF terus pengen tahu tentang passive voice? Itu udah tahu nggak? Kayak seperti yang tadi, contohnya juga gampang. Ada objek, kemudian be, kemudian verb 3. Dan semuanya kayaknya udah pada bisa ya karena yang udah ketik di kolom chat box. Tapi tentu kalian di sini ada juga yang diem-diem aja nih. Pengen tahu dong, udah pernah belajar nggak tentang passive voice atau belum? Jadi nanti ketika kita move ke materi selanjutnya, obviously udah pada bisa semua, dan ketika ada kuis, nanti bisa jawab benar semuanya. Okay, guys.
Okay, guys. Mr. Ashley's heading back in now.
Belum, Kak. Okay, some of them haven't really learned about passive voice. Brian say they haven't. Reza say they haven't. That's nice.
All right, I think I am back online. Fantastic. Okay, guys.
Fantastic.
So if you can let me share the screen, and we'll be back off into our lesson today.
Yeah, guys, we are really desperately want to be with you in one room. Again, you know, I hope you all stay safe. Jadi selama pandemi ini kita masih bisa melaksanakan semuanya secara online. Jadi of course kita masih bisa belajar banyak hal dan manfaatkan waktu sebaik mungkin.
I think we're back.
Wow, we're back. Yay.
Okay, guys. So
happy.
All right, guys. So the passive voice, I'm going to just look at these ones together because we're going to try an activity in a minute.
Okay.
So we can use the passive voice with lots of different types of grammar. So for example, we have past perfect. Daniel had drunk the cola. They wouldn't put the object. The cola had been drunk. So our object, our be, and our verb 3. They will sell the house. Again, the object, the house, will be sold. Yeah. Okay. Or someone is going to win the race. Active, passive. The race is going to be won by someone. Okay. So guys, now it's your turn.
Okay, that's your turn.
So if you can open your chat box, I've given you an active sentence here. James is repairing my laptop. Can you try and make this into a passive sentence? So send the chat message and we'll see if any of you got it. Let's have a look. All getting lots of answers, okay? Okay,
very good. My laptop is being repaired by James, they say.
Let's have a look.
Is it correct?
Yes, well done, guys. Lots of correct answers there.
Nice.
Easy peasy, yeah?
Easy peasy.
Okay. Next.
What's the second one? Can you guess what the answer to this one is? The active is Yuli took photos of the event. Itu kalimat aktifnya. Pasifnya apa ya?
Yeah, so Yuli took photos of the event. So is this a present or past sentence?
It a past because it used took. Not take.
That's right. It's using our took, which is our verb 2, right?
Yeah.
So let's see. Oh, loads of messages coming in. Let me have a look through. All right. Okay, this one may be a little bit trickier. So our object, you're right, photos of the event. Then we need our B. Now, if it's past, photos, is that was or were? Photos.
Photo is more than one.
More than
Also.
one. So it should be photos were. That's right. Photos of the event were taken by Yuli.
Yeah, it's followed the subject.
Yeah, so photos is
photos.
plural. So it's plural use. They
Who
were.
got it right? Guys, wow.
Okay, and let's try one more. This time we've got present perfect. So they have broken the window. So how can we make this passive? Type it in the chat box, please.
Type it in the chat box. What do you think the passive voice is?
Okay. Let's see a few answers coming through. Broken glass, one's been broken. Oh, it looks like a lot of you are getting the correct answer. Let's see. Yeah, so we put our object to the front, the window, then our B. Has been, because it's present perfect. Window has been, our verb 3, broken. So it's the same as the active.
Have. Some of you still typing have.
Ah, right. So we changed this to has because it's the window. So the window,
the window
like
is one.
It has. But in our example, they, that's more than one. They have. But one, it has.
Don't forget ya everyone, kalau seandainya ketika memang awalnya they have been, kenapa pakai have? Karena they itu kan lebih dari satu. Nah, tapi ketika dibalik menjadi pasif, maka yang menjadi subjek adalah objeknya. Jadi the window menjadi yang menentukan apakah itu have atau has, kayak yang tadi sebelumnya, was atau were. Nah, karena di sini the window-nya cuma satu, maka kita harus menggunakan has. Dan kemudian ketika dibentuk menjadi pasif, the window has been broken by them, like that. So jadi Vicky mau ke depannya kalau seandainya teman-teman mau membicarakan tentang satu objek dan mau menjadi itu menjadi fokus utamanya, you should have passive voice karena udah ikut seminarnya IF, jadi nggak mau lagi nih pakai kalimat aktif kalau memang kita mau fokus sama objeknya. Okay, everyone? So
now we've tried that together. It's time for you to start taking our quiz, okay?
Okay, quiz time.
So Miss Vicky, can you let everyone know how to take this quiz today?
Oke, teman-teman, kalian udah lihat ada link di situ. Jadi yang sekarang join Zoom pakai HP maupun pakai laptop, bisa copy linknya nih. Ada di, nah itu barusan di-share sama IF event di chat box to everyone. Tinggal klik aja https://bit.ly/EF Grammar Advanced 2. Oh no, not the 2. The EF Grammar Advanced.
Grammar Advanced, yes.
Without 2. Page not found? Yeah, wrong. It's shared by Anna T.
There we go. So if you click
Monica,
the link, it should work there, yeah.
It can't be open. Try again, Kiki.
Try clicking the chat box, yeah. So the link in the chat box, that seems to work.
Without the 2, yeah, guys. EF Grammar Advanced. Okay, let's try.
Lots of people can't open it, really.
Oh, sad. Maybe you should use the HTTPS. Not only
okay, Kiki's in, great.
Okay, you're great.
We're just sending it in the chat box now, so you can click the link from the chat box, and it should hopefully open.
Just click in the chat box. If
good.
you type it, usually you won't get into it because some of the bit.ly link should use HTTPS.
Oh, I see. Okay. Thank you. So we've got it in the chat box. Just click there.
Okay. Yang udah buka, please stay. Jangan diapa-apain. Nanti kita sampai akhir acara akan ada beberapa quiz. Bisa kalian lihat di situ ada 9 pilihan ganda yang nanti akan diisi sesuai dengan soal yang kita tampilkan di layar. Okay, so after you finish, after 3 questions after this, just hold, jangan ditutup, because we have the another numbers after this. Okay, guys, dan udah semuanya.
Okay.
Good, Ashley.
So first 3 questions will be on the passive voice, which we've just been studying together.
Don't forget to hear.
Okay.
Be careful.
So for this question number 1 on the bit.ly link in the Google form sheet, can you choose A, B, or C? Okay. So we've got an active sentence. You need to change it to passive.
Okay. Can you do that, guys? Question number 1. Choose A, B, or C.
10 seconds.
In your link, not in the chat box, yeah, guys. Don't let anyone know your
3,
answer.
2, 1. Okay, let's go to our question 2. If you miss any of these questions, don't worry. We're going to put them in the chat box as well, the PDF.
Okay.
Okay, question 2. Change the
2.
sentence from active to passive. So William Shakespeare wrote Hamlet and changed to the passive voice. Then,
come on, guys. If you miss number 1, just do number 2.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so put it in your Google Form sheet. Nice.
Okay, in Google Form sheet ya, di link yang tadi.
So for Keisha, don't worry, we will send a PDF in a minute with questions 1 to 3. So don't worry if you've missed question 1, Vicky.
Oke, ya nanti kalau seandainya udah miss, kelewatan, don't worry. Nanti setelah soal ini selesai, kita akan kirim PDF-nya. Untuk kalian bisa langsung ngecekin, oke?
Yeah.
Let's move to the number 3. We only have 10 seconds.
That's right, 10 seconds here. Question 3.
Come on.
Change the sentence from active to passive. Italy have won the game. Okay, guys.
Don't give the answer in the chat box.
Yeah, put the answer in your Google Form sheet, yeah, in the test.
Don't let them know your answer.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Passive voice. Sudah. Finished.
Sudah.
For now. Maybe Mr. Farage will put the PDF in the chat box now, so you can see those questions 1 to 3 if you missed them. Yeah. Okay. On to topic number 2 today. We're looking at past perfect.
Past perfect. Okay.
Yeah. So past perfect. For example, he did not have any money because he had left his wallet at home.
Okay.
Okay. Past perfect. Have you studied this before, guys?
Udah ada yang belajar belum past perfect?
Yeses or nos?
Yes or no? Please type it.
Yes, no, yes, no, yes,
Yes,
yes, I have. Okay, some yeses, some nos. Okay, guys. If you have, this may be a review, but past perfect can be a bit tricky sometimes to use naturally. So the past perfect, why do we use it? We use it to talk about an earlier past action than something else. Now, for example, we've got when Andy arrived, they had gone out. So we've got 2 actions here. Andy arrived and gone out, or they went out. Arrived at the house. Don't worry, I will show you with a timeline in a minute too. Another example, maybe. As soon as I closed the door, I realized that I had left my keys on the table. So again, 2 actions. I closed the door. I left the keys on the table. But the green one, past perfect, means the earliest thing, the first thing was leaving the keys on the table, and then I closed the door. Okay, Miss Vicky.
Okay, so sedikit jelasin soal past perfect untuk teman-teman yang belum paham itu tuh apa maksudnya. Jadi past perfect ini adalah menjelaskan kegiatan lampau yang berdasarkan kegiatan lainnya juga nih. Jadi contoh kayak yang ada di sini ada 2 kegiatan, menutup pintu dan meninggalkan kunci di meja. Nah, menutup pintunya itu terjadi setelah kalian meninggalkan kunci di meja kan. Nah, disitulah makanya talking about past perfect ketika itu membicarakan tentang apa yang terjadi duluan. Seperti itu. Jadi kayak I had left itu adalah jenis past perfect-nya dan I closed the door itu dibarengi dengan past simple, right? It's about past simple. Oke, so everyone kayak gitu. Mungkin kita mau lihat rumusnya dulu ya, formulanya first about how we can make past perfect happen. Oh, let's compare.
Yeah, so to help us understand, we can compare those 2 things, past simple and past perfect. So here, past simple sentence. When Andy arrived, they went out. So we've got Andy arrived, subject verb 2. They went out, subject verb 2.
Okay.
No past perfect, yeah? Normal past tense.
Okay.
So if we look at a timeline, these are both happening in the past. So the first thing, Andy arrived, and then they went out. First is the earlier one, second after that, yeah?
Oke, jadi kalau seandainya past simple, ini sama-sama ada di past dan timeline-nya itu berdekatan atau berbarengan. Jadi ketika when Andy arrived, they went out. Jadi setelah Andy datang, mereka pergi. Bisa jadi yang disebutkan duluan itu adalah selalu menjelaskan siapa yang terjadi duluan, kayak gitu. Nah, how about past perfect?
Okay, so that's our past simple tense. Now let's look at how past perfect might work. So now we've got when Andy arrived, they had gone out. So Andy arrived, again, our subject and our verb too, our normal past tense. And then they had gone out, our past perfect, had plus verb 3. So what does this mean? Why have we changed it? Well, here, using the had, the past perfect, it means the first action wasn't Andy arriving. The first action is they went out. And the second action is Andy arrived. So here, using that had, it tells us it was the earliest action.
Ya, oke guys. So kuncinya adalah yang dimasukin di past perfect itu sudah terjadi. Jadi kalau di bahasa Indonesia kalian bisa bilang gini, waktu Andy datang, teman-teman tuh udah pada pergi. Nah, kalian mau menyebutkan sudah perginya itu menggunakan past perfect kalau di bahasa Inggris. Kalian mungkin bisa bilang teman-teman pergi dulu, terus kemudian Andy datang. Nah, itu bisa jadi sama-sama past simple, tapi it will hear less kurang menunjukkan meaning sebenarnya. Jadi ini karena advance and you want to learn about advance timeline, this is how you say if you wanna say ketika Andy pergi, mereka tuh udah pada pergi. So the English is when Andy arrived, they had gone out. Itu kuncinya. Okay?
Yes, you can see how just changing that completely alters which action happened first. Yeah.
Gak perlu di screenshot, nanti akan kita kirimkan materinya. Screenshot. Gak perlu di screenshot, nanti kita akan kirimkan materinya.
Yeah, don't worry. You'll get all this material later as well. Don't worry, we'll share it with you. Okay, so past perfect, how do we make this? So we have positive, a subject, our had, and our verb 3. So here I had turned off the lights before I closed the door. So the first action was turning off the lights. Okay. Now, if we're going to make it negative, we just use a not. I hadn't turned the lights off before I closed the door. So the first action I didn't do. I didn't turn off the lights before I closed the door. Well, a question, had I turned off the lights before I closed the door? So I closed the door. Did I turn off the lights before that? I don't know. Normally not, because I'm a bit forgetful sometimes. So this is how we make past perfect. Subject had or had not, verb 3. And then our question, we have our had at the start. So over to you again, guys.
Okay, let's try. If you still don't get it, it's okay. Just let's try. Use the formula and try to type, and you will get it eventually. Don't worry. Let's go. Maybe you can say, how about that? Type your answer in the chat box.
Yeah, so here we've got two pictures. We've got a picture of someone on a bike and someone with a failed test. Okay, so we want the first part to be past simple today, yeah? So past tense, he bike because. All right, let me check the chat box. Let's see how you're doing.
Let's see everyone. Ada yang bisa nggak? Yuk coba bikin kalimatnya past perfect di sini. He bike because fail driving test. Oh. Can you make it into past perfect?
Okay, I think I've got Salma there. Okay, Salma. Looks good. Maybe for the others, please use the chat box only for answering the question, yeah? Not for putting Instagram links or other pictures, yeah? So just try to answer in the chat box.
Yeah.
Okay, he bought a bike because he failed the driving test. Let's have a look. Okay, so our first part, he bought a bike because he had failed his driving test. So the first action, what was the first action, Vicky?
The first action is failing the driving test.
That's right. So he failed the test and then he bought a bike. But in this sentence, we're saying he bought a bike because something had happened in the past, Vicky.
Jadi teman-teman tahu kan apa duluan yang terjadi? Fail the test dulu atau buy a bike dulu? Siapa yang terjadi duluan sehingga mengakibatkan salah satunya? Nah itu jawabannya menurut Mr. Ashley adalah dia fail the driving test dulu nih, baru dia beli sepeda. Nah, that's why we use past perfect in the failing the driving test. Karena itu terjadi duluan, dipakein past perfect, and then yang terjadi kedua, past simple, like that.
Yeah. So I think for all of these examples, we're going to start
Very
with the
good.
past tense, yeah? Start with past tense and then do past perfect after.
Okay, failed the first. Okay,
so this one, yeah,
the past perfect.
Okay, sure. So for this next one, remember we want the past simple tense first. So subject verb 2, because had verb 3. That's how we're going to practice these, okay?
Okay.
So subject verb 2, had, because, had verb 3. All right, got a few here. Is that Berthania, Henry, Aisha, Rani, Felicia. So remember, past tense first. So I think we're getting there. Yep. She walked quietly. Oh, getting lots of answers now through Nur, Teti, Kaisar. Wow, loads of you.
Yeah, very good,
yes.
Guys.
She walked quietly because she had come home late.
Very good.
Well done, everyone. So here, the first action, she came home late and then she walked quietly. Why would you walk quietly when you come home late, Vicky?
You don't want to wake everyone.
Yeah, maybe you want to. No, don't wake everyone up. It's already midnight.
Yeah.
I went to a late movie.
So what happened first, guys?
Yeah.
Type it in the chat box.
I think some of them already have, yeah. So coming home late was the first thing. That's right. Okay, and let's move it up a gear. Now let's try doing it with negatives. Okay. So again, we want our past simple tense because past perfect. So you can see someone looking in a fridge or refrigerator. So we need a negative past simple. And then because, and our had negative verb 3. Okay. All get some through.
Rani and Aisha say something. Salma. Very good, guys.
Yeah, getting a lot of good answers here. Now, there's a few mistakes or a bit of confusion with is it don't or didn't?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, if we're talking about the past, sure. If we're talking about the past, do we use don't or didn't, Vicky?
Didn't. Because it's past.
That's right. So when we're talking about past tense, not they don't, but they didn't have any food.
Very good.
Okay. They didn't have any food, and I think a lot of you have got it because they hadn't gone shopping. That's right. So the first action, what was the first action, Vicky?
The shopping. Hadn't gone shopping is the first action.
Yeah, and the second action
is so they didn't have any food.
Didn't have any food. That's right. Okay, past perfect.
Guys.
So now it's over to you with our quiz. So continue back to your bit.ly link, okay?
Dibuka lagi yuk bit.ly linknya. Coba kita pengen tahu teman-teman di sini udah ngeh belum soal past perfect. Yang ngerasa udah paham, coba dijawab soalnya. Yang ngerasa belum paham, it's okay. Nanti akan dikirimkan PDF-nya dan juga kita kasih materinya untuk bisa diulang-ulang lagi atau bahkan teman-teman bisa lihat lagi di YouTube. Atau bahkan nanti mau konsultasi langsung sama Mr. Ashley. Itu juga bisa loh. Oke, sekarang coba dijawab dulu. Tadi bit.ly-nya yang belum ditutup itu, please answer question number 4. You will give us 10 seconds.
10 seconds, yes. And questions 1 to 3 are already in the chat. Is that right, Mr. Farad? Yes. So if you missed questions 1 to 3, you can download them.
In the
so
chat.
Don't worry. Yeah.
Ada di chat box ya. Nomor 1 sampai 3-nya.
So question 4, 10 seconds. 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So question 5.
Don't answer it in the chat box, guys. Answer it in your...
Answer in that bit.ly link. You can find it in the chat box.
bit.ly link.
It's also on the top of the screen. So answer in the link. Yeah. So here, I thought we were going to miss the plane, but okay. 10 seconds, guys.
10 seconds. It's okay, guys. If someone typing in the chat box doesn't mean the answer is correct.
That's true.
Maybe your answer is better.
Okay, that's question number 5. Question number 6. Now we've got a question.
Soal
Not a
ke-6.
sentence. All right, guys. So 10 seconds to answer this in your Google Form sheet. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Done.
Done. Okay.
Very good.
So,
Yeah.
passive voice, done. Past perfect, done.
Passive voice udah. Past perfect udah.
Yeah. If you have missed questions 1 to 6, they will be in the chat box in a minute in a PDF file, so you don't have to rewind.
Ya. Kalau kelewatan bisa langsung dikirimin PDF-nya. PDF-nya dikirim di chat box Zoom ya, teman-teman.
Okay. So the last thing we're looking at today, our
Yay.
advanced grammar. I hope you're okay. Hopefully it's not too confusing. I know we're looking at
No,
advanced
everyone
levels
here
today.
very smart.
All right. So last thing, it's not. Great. I'm glad to hear that, Hendry. So third conditional, the last thing we're looking at today. If he hadn't arrived late at the airport, he would have caught his flight. Okay.
Sad.
You feel sad for him, yes?
Yeah.
So sad. He should have woken up earlier, yeah? Or maybe taken a taxi, not the bus. Okay. So this third conditional, what do we use it for? So we use the third conditional to talk about changing the past or a hypothetical past. Because Vicky, can we change the past?
No, we cannot change the past.
We cannot, right? Even when I had an embarrassing haircut in the past, I cannot go and change it. Can you?
No, we cannot change what happened in the past.
We can't. But we can imagine changing the past. So let's see here. We've got a picture of an umbrella and a girl that's wet. So let's say yesterday, or it was raining, she didn't take an umbrella and she got wet. Okay. But what if she had done something differently? She could change the past. We could say, oh, well, if she had brought an umbrella, she wouldn't have got wet. Now, in reality, did she bring an umbrella?
No.
No, she didn't. In reality, did she get wet? Yeah,
Yes.
she did. But in our imagined past, yeah, we could imagine if she had brought an umbrella, she wouldn't have got wet.
Okay.
Do you want to explain any of that, Vicky?
Okay, a little bit I think.
Yeah.
Buat teman-teman yang belum begitu paham, apa sih maksudnya third conditional? So third conditional itu maksudnya berarti teman-teman tuh kayak berandai-andai. Coba kalau aku kemarin ngelakuin A, pasti aku nggak B. Coba kemarin aku belajar, pasti aku tesnya lulus kayak gitu. Nah, kalau ditranslatein ke bahasa Inggris, kalian pengen berandai-andai nih tentang apa yang sudah terjadi di masa lampau, itu bisa banget pakai third conditional. Pengen tahu kan rumusnya gimana sama Mr. Ashley, habis ini akan kita bahas. Cuman kurang lebih kayak gitu. Jadi strukturnya itu adalah ada if-nya, jika, and then ada would-nya, maka. Kayak gitu. Okay, guys?
And I had a good question there from Sophia. So Sophia, is it kind of a regret? Yes, we can use this for regret. So let's say, yesterday I took an exam and I got a D. Okay, got a D. But maybe I regret not studying. Maybe I didn't practice for my test. So I go, oh man, if I had studied harder, I would have got a B. But I didn't study harder. So yes, we can use it for regret as well. Okay. Let's have a look at another example. So he would have been happy if she had called him on his birthday. So that's our imagined past. But in reality, was he happy? No, he wasn't happy. Did she call him in reality? No, she didn't. But we could imagine, like, oh, he would have been happy. Yesterday he was sad, but he would have been happy if she had called him on his birthday. So we're imagining changing the past. Okay, is there anything you'd like to add to that, Miss Vicky?
Oke. Jadi seperti tadi udah dibicarakan sama Mr. Ashley, sama udah dikasih tahu soal third conditional, kayak contohnya adalah di sini. He would have been happy if she had called him on his birthday. Nah, jadi aslinya dia tuh sedih, soalnya cewek ini nggak telepon nih waktu ulang tahunnya. Nah, dia mau bilang, temannya bilang nih, dia pasti seneng kalau si cewek itu telepon waktu ulang tahunnya. Nah, itu bilangnya pakai third conditional. He would have, dia pasti seneng, happy if she had, jika kemarin si cewek ini called him, menelpon dia on his birthday, kayak gitu. Nah, gimana caranya nih untuk membuat kalimat kayak gini? Aku mau juga dong, Mr. Ashley, so I cannot use this English in my daily routine.
Oh, well.
Pakai tiap hari.
Yes, hopefully you, by learning it, that's when we know we've understood. It's when we can start using it in our daily lives, yeah? So one more example. So we've got, I wouldn't have gone to the party if I had known he would be there. But in reality, did I go to the party?
No.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
I didn't want to, but I did. I went to the party. Did I know he was there?
No.
No. So if I could change the past, I wouldn't have gone if I knew that person that I didn't like was there. But in reality, I did go to the party and I didn't know he was going to be there.
Okay, let's try to know.
All right, guys. So I've just changed the chat as well. So you can now send messages to me and the co-hosts. So the chat's going a bit crazy in there, yeah? So if you want to send a message, please send it to me or one of the co-hosts, either EF Event or Vicky. Okay. So third conditional. How do we make it? So it's connected to our past perfect. That's why we're looking at them together today, because we're using past perfect to make the sentence. So if he had arrived on time, he would have caught his flight.
Okay.
So if, had, verb 3.
Arrived.
Would, have, verb 3.
Caught.
That's right. Now negative. Again, we have our would have, verb 3. But we use our negative for past perfect. If he hadn't been late, he wouldn't have caught his flight. So here we're changing, we still have the same meaning, but we're changing the words a little bit. So we're saying if he had arrived on time, he would have caught his flight. But we could also say, well, if he hadn't been late, he would also have caught his flight. They are opposites, yeah? Or a question. Would he have caught his flight if he had been on time? So again, I would have verb 3. If past perfect, how do you make past perfect, Vicky?
Yeah.
Had plus verb 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So lots of verb 3 action.
Had plus verb 3.
Okay, guys. So now it's your turn. If you want to try this, please send a message to me or to one of the hosts. I've turned off everyone, Farid. So we're going to send it to either me or the host. So let's check it. In reality, we've got a driver.
Mm-hmm.
They don't see the sign and they drove off the cliff. So that's reality. How could we imagine changing the reality?
How? Okay, some of you say you don't know how to do that. So, jadi teman-teman udah ada, Vicky jelasin sedikit lagi ya. Udah ada rumusnya nih, kalau seandainya teman-teman mau bikin third conditional. Nah, third conditional itu apa? Mau berumpama atau berandai-andai. Contohnya kayak ini. Ada contohnya he see sign and then drive off the cliff. Nah, kita mau masukin nih ke dalam rumusnya. If and then past perfect and then would plus have plus verb 3. Coba dimasukin ke dalam rumusnya. Bisa nggak? Dicoba untuk membuat kalimat dalam bahasa Inggris menggunakan third conditional. Jadi teman-teman nanti bisa langsung pakai itu ketika ngobrol bahasa Inggris nih. Let's go.
All right, so I'm getting some good sentences to me.
Okay,
Dylan,
nice.
Joaquin,
Yeah.
Hannah. So first off, got a if past perfect. So if he had seen the sign.
Okay.
Now the issue here: drive off the cliff. In reality, did he drive off the cliff, Vicky?
Yeah.
He did. So we want to change that negative. So if he had seen the sign, he wouldn't have driven off the cliff. So we're thinking about changing the past, yeah? So this would be wouldn't, not would.
Oh ya. Coba dipikirkan untuk kayak mengganti realita. Jadi kan realitanya dia jatuh nih ke jurang. Nah, untuk membuat third conditional, maka dipakai not, karena itu adalah mengganti realita aslinya. Kayak gitu.
Okay. And let's try one more here.
Let's try one more.
So what can you see in the picture, Vicky?
She's sick.
She's sick. So in reality, she was sick.
She was sick.
And did she go to the ballet?
I don't think so, because she's sick.
She didn't go to the ballet because she was sick. So how can we imagine changing that past?
Ada yang tahu nggak jawabannya? Coba dimasukin dan kirim ke Mr. Ashley chatnya. Coba ketik chat, di chat, terus kirim ke Mr. Ashley. Okay?
Yeah. So if she... So we want to change this. So she was sick. So we want a negative version.
It's okay, guys.
That's right, guys. So don't worry if you're making mistakes. That's what we're here to learn about, right? Okay, got some good messages here from we've got Dylan, Sophia, Luna, Adiba, Diora, Jalu, Nabila, Salma Freya, loads of you. Okay, so Dicho, Hannah. So a few of you got it correct. So if she hadn't, what's verb 3 for be, Vicky? Been. If she hadn't been sick, we want positive, she would have gone to the ballet.
Okay.
That's right. And by the way, this ballet, sometimes I hear ballet or ballet. Ballet, that's what we would call the dance, ballet.
Oh, nice. So this is a new info, guys. Kalau teman-teman pernah baca tulisan ballet, kita orang Indonesia suka bilangnya ya datang ke ballet lah, datang ke ballet. It should be pronounced ballet.
Ballet, that's ballet. Right, the ballet. Can you do ballet, Vicky?
No, I cannot do ballet, but I knew someone who can do ballet.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and I love ballet.
Oh, can Farid do ballet? Maybe.
Oh ya teman-teman juga, kalau seandainya kayak sering banget nih ketemu bahasa Inggrisnya tuh yang kayak common mistake atau bener nggak ya pronunciationku sebenarnya, atau makan ketika aku ngomong malah malu-maluin karena nggak tahu gimana sebenarnya pronunciationnya asli. Kalian bisa banget visit TikTok IF, itu ada di @IF_Surabaya. Di situ banyak banget info-info menarik. Ada Mr. Ashley juga, ada Mr. Andy, dan banyak teacher-teacher IF kita lainnya yang akan ngasih tahu kalian secara khusus bahasa Inggrisnya gimana sih seharusnya, dan it's only in short video, so biar lebih gampang untuk diterima. Oke, guys, jadi jangan lupa untuk visit TikTok kita, karena di situ banyak banget materi-materi lainnya, kayak gimana cara ngomong ballet.
Ballet. All right, guys, so our last questions for today. You can go to your Google form again.
Oh yeah, Google form. Let's go to the Google form, everyone.
Question 7. Complete third conditional sentence. So we've got
form.
If John, more attention, he,
the question.
The question. All right. Okay, guys, give me 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
4,
3, 2, 1. Okay.
Very good. If you miss it, it's okay. Let's go to the next question.
Let's go question 8. Not lose and look. We our way if we at the map. Okay, guys, 10 seconds.
What do you think that is? Okay, let's think.
4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Okay, I think you got it.
Yeah?
If you didn't, it's okay.
Yeah,
Let's
just try. Just try.
Just choose.
All right, and finally, question 9. So the third conditional sentence here. If I buy the food, I feed the cat.
What do you think that is?
I have to buy the cat food at my house. So yeah. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So I think you have done all 9 questions now. You should have. If you have missed any questions, again, we will put the PDFs, the questions in the chat box in a minute. If you click submit, you should be able to see your score. If you're feeling brave, you can send me your score. How much out of 9 did you get? 5, 6, 2, 8. What did you get?
8 to 9.
8 to 9. Lots of 8 to 9s.
Nice.
Wow, nice. 9 out of 9 here.
9 to 9.
Oh, wow. 100%,
9
sir.
9.
Excellent.
Nice. Excellent, guys.
All right. So we're going to go over the answers, but before we do, Vicky, I think we're going to talk to our guest about something.
Oke, iya guys, tadi udah seru banget materi yang sudah disampaikan sama Mr. Ashley. Dan sekarang kalian mungkin bertanya-tanya, Miss Vicky, aku ada beberapa materi yang nggak ngerti. Atau mungkin kayak, Miss Vicky, aku juga pengen dong konsultasi kemampuan bahasa Inggrisku sama Mr. Ashley, soalnya pengen ketemu lagi. Nah, itu jangan khawatir. Karena masih ingat nggak tadi Vicky jelasin sedikit soal konsultasi untuk kalian yang bisa kalian dapat. Jadi di sini jangan lupa yang tadi belum sempat save nomornya kita, belum sempat save nomor aku, ada di 08222000, tinggal WA aja. Jadi nggak perlu SMS, nggak perlu email, nggak perlu telepon, tinggal WA aja ke 08222000. Nanti tinggal ketik nama, spasi usia, kalian bisa mendapatkan, bisa klaim nih untuk gratis konsultasi sama Teacher IF, untuk tahu kemampuan bahasa Inggris kalian seberapa, dapat tes kemampuan bahasa Inggris juga. Dan itu juga nanti kita akan info kalian tuh sebenarnya ada di level berapa sih bahasa Inggrisnya, sekaligus seandainya kalian mau tanya-tanya atau ada rencana juga nih, mungkin nanti kepengen untuk luar negeri atau nanti mau lanjut ke sekolah mana atau ke kuliah mana, ke kampus mana. Nah itu bisa juga konsultasi bahasa Inggris sama kita. Tinggal ketik nama, spasi usia aja, kirim ke 08222000, nanti teman-teman di IF akan membantu menjadwalkan untuk kalian kapan konsultasi yang paling oke sama jadwal kalian. Gampang banget kan? Dan itu semuanya online ya. Seharga 200.000 yang bisa kalian dapatkan gratis. Oke, nah teman-teman, Vicky info sedikit juga. Untuk nanti topik bahasa Inggris ini minggu depan, 2 minggu lagi, kita akan ada lagi. Topiknya itu parenting yang akan dilaksanakan pada tanggal 4 September mendatang. Itu bersama Mr. Andy Han. You can see him in the video. So, Mr. Andy akan membicarakan tentang multiple intelligence. Nah, apa sih multiple intelligence itu? Mungkin di sini ada yang mama muda nih, atau yang baru punya anak, atau anaknya udah gede, atau bahkan lagi berencana pengen punya anak. Nah, itu mau tahu gimana sih supaya anak-anakku nanti itu bisa belajar yang paling optimal. Jadi mungkin kayak pengen wondering juga nih, kayak mungkin anakku tuh sebenarnya pinter loh, tapi kok dia prestasinya biasa-biasa aja ya? Atau mungkin kayak anakku itu di rumah berani, tapi kok di rumah kalau di sekolah nggak berani. Nah itu nanti kita juga akan jawab langsung, karena ada sesi tanya jawabnya juga sama Mr. Andy Han. Mr. Andy Han adalah Senior Academic Manager di IF. Jadi jangan lupa teman-teman yang tertarik sama materi parenting ini untuk mengisi form early kita. Jadi early register, udah akan terdaftar supaya nggak ketinggalan, daftar sekarang aja supaya nanti 2 minggu lagi bisa langsung join sama kita pada pagi hari seperti sekarang. Oke guys, gitu info dari Vicky. Jangan lupa juga nanti isi survei. Survei online itu ada di bit.ly/survey-21aug. Which is setelah kalian mengisi survei, kalian akan mendapatkan materi dan e-certificate. Jadi nanti setelah kalian mengisi survei, jangan lupa isi surveinya adalah nama kalian yang paling lengkap dan paling akurat. Karena itu yang nanti akan masuk di e-certificate-nya. Oke guys, jangan lupa di save sekarang, itu linknya di https://bit.ly/survey-21 Agustus. Udah ada juga di kolom chat Zoom. Yang join dari Zoom maupun yang dari YouTube bisa ketik sekarang juga. Dan Vicky juga pengen tahu nih, di situ bisa kasih juga input ke kita di IF, apa yang bisa kita tingkatkan atau apa yang tadi kurang selama seminar supaya nanti ke depannya kita bisa tingkatin terus. Oke, can wait for your responses. Oke, Mr. Ashley, penasaran nih sama jawabannya. Can we know the answers now?
Yes, we can. And if you have any questions about today's topic, please send a message in the chat and we'll try to answer them at the end of the session today.
Yeah.
We may not be able to answer all of them because obviously we have, I think, wow, 268 people here, but I'll try to answer a few of them if we have time at the end, okay? All right, so let's go back to our picture and let's look at our answers. So if you got 9 out of 9, then you know all the answers already, right?
Very good, guys. Very nice.
We're also going to look at why they are the correct answers. So our first one here, our active sentence, people speak English and French in Canada. So our subject is people, our verb is speak, and object is English and French in Canada. So we change the object to the front, English and French. Now, is that single or plural, Miss Vicky? English and French. Is it one or more than one?
More than one.
More than one, okay. And speak, is that present or past? Is it verb 1 or verb 2, Miss Vicky?
It's present.
It's present, verb 1, yeah.
Okay, nice. A, congratulations,
Yeah.
who answered A.
That's right. If we applied it to Indonesia, we could say past Indonesia and Javanese are both spoken in
Indonesia.
Indonesia, sure. And many more, right? Okay, here, so we've got our subject, Shakespeare, verb, wrote, object, Hamlet. So Vicky, what do?
We move the Hamlet to the front.
That's right.
Hamlet.
And then wrote, is that in the present or the past?
It's in the past.
The past, that's right. Was.
Was.
And then our verb 3.
Verb 3-nya wrote adalah written.
Written, that's right, written.
Written.
Hamlet was written by William Shakespeare.
Oke, gitu cara jawabnya. Buat yang salah, check this. Nah,
all right, great.
3.
Next, Italy have won the game. So our subject here, Italy. And then we've got have won. So have won, present perfect, or have verb 3. And our object, the game. So what do we move to the front, Miss Vicky?
The game.
The game. And then?
The game has...
The game, is it single or plural?
Has.
Because
it's
right.
Only one.
It's only one, that's right. Game has been won.
Won by Italy.
That's
nice.
right.
4.
So that's our passive voice. Good job if you got them correct.
Okay.
Now past perfect, again, we're using had and verb 3. So she told me her parents had been married for 40 years. So the first action, they were married. And the second action, they told their parents sometime.
Easy, yeah? Only put had and verb 3.
Yeah. For this one, it's easy here, but maybe difficult to use naturally, right? Okay. Question number 5. I thought we were going to miss the plane, but it
had not left.
Hadn't left. That's right. Hadn't means had not together, yeah? So we can have double negative, hadn't not left, just hadn't left. Okay, question 6. Again, past perfect. So either had, how long had you, and then our verb 3.
Had you known?
Had you known. That's right. Knew. Known. Yeah.
Verb 3.
That's right. And we're saying here you knew him before he proposed to you.
Nice.
So we're talking about which action was first. So far, so good, I hope.
7.
Remember, if you have any questions for this, Vicky, they can type in the chat box to me.
Ya, kalau ada pertanyaan boleh kirim langsung ke Mr. Ashley di chat.
Yeah. Okay, and finally, our third conditional, maybe our trickiest of the day. So we need our if plus past perfect. So past perfect, we know is had, verb 3. We studied it before. And would have verb 3. So we've got if John had
verb 3, paid.
Paid, that's right.
More attention, he would plus have plus verb 3. Answered, would have answered.
Yeah,
Okay,
he would have answered
nice.
the question.
Just like the formula.
Now this time we've got if in the middle, so we don't start with if.
Oh, so the if is so the would will be front.
The would is at the front this time, yeah.
Would not lose. No. We wouldn't have.
We wouldn't have our verb 3.
We wouldn't have lost.
Wouldn't have lost.
If we had looked at the map.
We had looked, that's right. So we can change if and would. So if it starts with if, then it's would. So if we had looked at our map, we wouldn't have lost our way.
Oh, jadi bisa dibalik-balik.
Bisa balik-balik, exactly. Bisa balik-balik. If we change it, we wouldn't have lost our way if we had looked at the map. So we can change these around.
Bisa dibalik-balik. Only the structures remain the same.
Yeah.
Cuman strukturnya tetap sama.
And our last question, number 9. So we're starting with if. So if I past perfect again. If I had bought
the food,
I would have
fed.
Yeah. And again, here we're thinking about imagined past, yeah?
Yeah, imagined past. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, very nice.
So guys, I hope that's helped. I know it's a crash course into 3 quite tricky parts of types of grammar, but you can also learn more on our YouTube or our link tree as well. Before we finish though, I've got a few questions. So first I've got a question, I think, from Sophia. If we use in reverse, we use negative and would have, is it possible? So the answer, Sophia, is yes, you can make them negative. So maybe I'll put this in the chat.
Okay.
I could say, we wouldn't have gone to the zoo if we had known that the lions were asleep. So we can change it around. We can have wouldn't have, wouldn't and hadn't, had plus would. So you can play with them, have positive and negatives.
Oke, jadi tergantung sama artinya, bisa not-nya itu ditaruh di mana aja. Di setelahnya would, setelahnya had, atau enggak dua-duanya, atau iya dua-duanya, tergantung dari kalimat yang mau kalian sampaikan ke receiver-nya. Oke, guys. Any question from them?
Yes, I got one from Nunung as well. In the negative form of third conditional, should we also change the would have into negative form? The answer is no, you don't have to. So if we had gone to the, if we hadn't, if she hadn't taken her umbrella, she would have been wet. But we could say if she hadn't taken an umbrella, she wouldn't have been dry. So that you can change the positives and negatives. They don't have to be the same. It doesn't have to be wouldn't and hadn't. It can be would, hadn't, can be wouldn't, had. Depends on the meaning.
Nice, oke. Jadi bisa juga nggak harus sama kayak yang pertama ya, nggak harus negatif semuanya. Jadi bisa kalau diganti kayak dry sama wet. Jadi kalau seandainya nggak mau bilang not wet, ya udah bilang aja dry, kayak gitu aja. Jadi tergantung sama artinya. Kalau seandainya kalian mau pakai positif atau negative sentence.
I've got another question for Felicia. When should we use positive or negative? Well, that depends, on what you're trying to express, right? Now, for things like third conditional, it can be tricky because you're trying to think of the opposite. So if I said, yeah, yesterday I got wet, I didn't take my umbrella. We want to change that because we're imagining a different version, right? So I didn't take my umbrella. So, okay, well, if I had, didn't negative, had is positive. If I had taken my umbrella, I got wet. Oh, I want the opposite, yeah? If I had taken my umbrella, I wouldn't have got or gotten wet. So it depends on the what you're trying to express. And you're normally, with third conditional, imagining the opposite, right? Otherwise, you're not imagining, you're just saying the what happened.
Iya, jadi kayak teman-teman seandainya kayak bingung nih, kapan kita harus menggunakan positif sama negatif sih ketika lagi ngomongin third conditional, itu bisa kayak ya tergantung sama kebalikannya apa. Jadi kayak tadi Mr. Afli kasih contoh, kemarin aku kehujanan, soalnya aku nggak bawa payung. Nah, berarti kan kalian akan bilang, coba kemarin aku bawa payung, aku pasti nggak kehujanan. Kayak gitu. Nah, makanya yang nggak kehujanan itu kan negative sentence, dan di situ kalian bisa insert kayak gitu untuk emphasize meaning-nya kalian. Jadi tergantung dari konteks kata-katanya, bisa juga mungkin pakai mungkin aku kemarin bakal kering kayak gitu juga kayak tadi yang sebelumnya kita bahas. Jadi tergantung sama apa yang mau kalian sampaikan aja. Yang penting itu bisa diterima sama receiver-nya. Oke? Noted? Noted.
But I think maybe if there are lots of questions about I think these are questions about third conditional. We can always do a follow-up video on that. I don't mind if you are more interested, because third conditional, yeah, is quite a difficult topic. The structure is difficult, right? We have to remember if and the had and the verb 3 and the would and the have and then the verb 3. Is it positive? Is it negative? So if we want to, we can maybe go into this a bit more in detail in a further podcast. Yeah.
Mungkin teman-teman sekarang bisa klik subscribe YouTube-nya IF Surabaya, karena Mr. Ashley akan bikinin video khusus nih tentang third conditional, karena mungkin ini terlalu banyak yang diingat ya kan. Jadi bisa di-subscribe sekarang TikTok atau YouTube kita. Jadi dari situ nanti kita akan kasih penjelasan dikit-dikit supaya teman-teman bisa makin paham, semakin banyak penjelasan. Of course nanti bisa semakin banyak diaplikasikan. Nice, thank you, Mr. Ashley.
Thank you. And I've got maybe one more question. I've had a question from Phoebe Mutiara. So asking about contact details. So maybe if they wanted to contact us, Vicky, how could they do that?
If you want to contact us, bisa chat di 0822-2000 tadi yang Vicky bilang. Bisa juga langsung DM ke Instagram yang ada di kota masing-masing. Kita punya banyak banget Instagram, ada di IF Surabaya, IF Malang, IF Lombok, IF Kediri, dan lain-lain. Bisa juga DM ke kita di situ. Atau mungkin bisa ketik di kolom chat di YouTube, atau bisa juga ketik di kolom chat di TikTok, because we are everywhere, technically everywhere. So you can just bisa langsung hubungin kita dari mana aja, dan tim kita, teman-teman di IF, akan langsung follow up ke teman-teman semua. Okay, don't worry.
Okay, maybe if we got time for one more question. Yeah. Okay, so another one from Sophia. What is the difference between present perfect and past perfect? Good question. So present perfect. Let's have an example. Maybe I can write in the chat again. I have eaten. I have eaten. Well, for me, I have never eaten durian, but let's say I've eaten sushi. Okay, I've eaten sushi. So that is a present perfect sentence. Now, what are we trying to express? We are saying, oh, at some time in the past, I have eaten sushi. But we don't know when it was. I didn't say, oh, I ate sushi yesterday. I ate sushi 1 week ago. We're just saying, in the past, I have eaten sushi. It has happened. Now, the past perfect is when we're talking about action happening before another action. So maybe I could say this. Before I had been to Japan.
we're going to explain, akan kita jawab hari ini. Yang pertanyaan-pertanyaannya belum dijawab, sabar karena nanti akan kita jawab.
I think can they hear us on the microphone? No, okay, I've just opened my microphone on the laptop, that's okay. I'm gonna start my video, maybe you can see me here. All right, guys, so yeah, we've got some internet problems at the moment, but we're working on it. For now, I think with your questions, we had some great questions here about present and past perfect. Let me just explain that again. So present perfect, we use to say something happened in the past, but we don't know when. For example, I have eaten sushi. It happened in the past, but we don't know when. Now, if we are talking about past perfect, we use it to say something happened before something else. I had eaten sushi before I went to Japan. So the first action is the had, yeah? I ate sushi before I went to Japan. So the first act, there are two actions in the past. Eating the sushi was first, going to Japan was second. And I had one other question from Dea. Hopefully you can all hear me, guys. So from Dea, asking me about when we use third conditional. Good question. So we use third conditional to imagine talking about the past. So it could be like regrets. Oh man, something happened, like I failed my test. Oh, I wish I hadn't failed my test. How could I change that? Oh, if I had studied harder, I would have passed the test. Okay, we're using it to imagine changing the past. We can also use it to talk about situations where we're imagining how we could do things differently. Because of course, we cannot change the past in reality, not yet anyway, but we can imagine changing the past. So that's when we normally use third conditional. Okay, are you with us, Miss Vicky?
Yeah, hi everyone. I moved to my own camera. Jadi teman-teman semuanya udah tahu ya sekarang gimana cara untuk penggunaan grammarnya. Nah, untuk teman-teman yang udah tanya nih sama Mr. Ashley, tapi kok belum dijawab, Miss? Aku pengen tahu banget jawabannya. Itu tunggu aja, karena nanti kita akan lanjut di video-video selanjutnya. Makanya jangan lupa untuk subscribe YouTube kita dan juga follow TikTok kita atau mungkin Instagram di mana di situ kalian bisa nemuin banyak-banyak info bahasa Inggris lainnya yang menarik banget dan bisa banget dipakai sehari-hari. Jadi dengan contoh yang diberikan Mr. Ashley tadi, Vicky di sini berharap banget itu benar-benar kebantu sama kalian di sini untuk bisa diterapin terus ya. Dan jangan lupa materi hari ini akan kita kirimkan ke email dan jangan lupa bisa di-download juga dengan mengisi survei. Jadi isi surveinya yang tadi udah ada linknya untuk kalian dapat e-certificate dan juga materialnya. Dan nanti akan ada link yang bisa kalian klik untuk dapat materinya di situ. Nah, oke, thank you Mr. Ashley. Oh ya, jangan lupa sertifikat nanti kita akan kirimkan +2 dari hari ini. Jadi nanti kalian akan dapat sertifikatnya +2 langsung ke emailnya kalian sesuai dengan nama yang kalian isi di surveinya. Okay, thank you Mr. Ashley for your explanation and also your knowledge about grammar today, which is I believe very help us.
Well, very well done. Thank you so much for you guys for joining us. We've had well over 200 people today, which is amazing.
Love it.
And I hope that, some of the explanations helped a bit with the grammar.
Jangan lupa isi survei.
Yeah, so thank you very much for joining us. Okay, Miss Vicky.
Jangan lupa isi survei ya. Kita pengen denger banget input dari kalian soal seminar pada hari ini. Terima kasih semuanya yang udah hadir. Jangan lupa bulan depan Talk akan hadir lagi dengan topik parenting. Pastiin kalian udah terdaftar mulai hari ini supaya nggak ketinggalan. Oke, sekali lagi terima kasih semuanya. Jaga kesehatan, protokol kesehatan dimanapun kalian berada. Dan sampai jumpa di Talk selanjutnya. Bye-bye.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Also, if you go to our link tree, Surabaya videos, you can see loads of all of our YouTube seminars. Talking about TOEFL as well. Some people were mentioning TOEFL earlier.
Yeah.
TOEFL and IELTS. Also other grammar.
It's in the chat box. The link tree. You should save the link tree. Kalau kalian mau gampang, cuma save aja link tree-nya kita karena it's already like in a compact view.
Yeah.
Udah bisa langsung diakses. Kalian mau topik apa, butuh apa, diklik langsung muncul videonya, even langsung di link tree-nya. itu linktree/IF Surabaya videos. Di situ semua materi-materi dari IF Talk sebelumnya udah ada. It's a very good.
Okay, and thank you for putting that in the group.
Yeah,
okay, guys, so I think is it time to say goodbye for today?
Yeah, it's time to say goodbye. Don't forget all the links.
Yeah, all right, guys. So thank you, guys. I can see all of you now. I can see your cameras looking great. Hope you have a great weekend. Thank you for joining us today. All right, and I'll see you next vlog. In 2 weeks, you'll see Mr. Andy. I'll see you another time. Okay, guys. Thank you so much, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. All looking great. See you next time, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye, guys. Bye, everyone. Take care. Have a great weekend, yeah? Masih sehat? Stay safe and healthy and keep learning your English. Thank you, guys. See you next time.